Come on! Hello and welcome back to another video, and today's video we're going back to the world of Final Fantasy XIV, and in this video we're going to be reacting to a song called Smile, which is the credits theme from the latest expansion, Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. Complete transparency up front here. I do play this game, however, you know if you follow me on my other socials that I've been away for a week or so. Although there's still been videos on the channel, of course, I still made sure that happened. But I haven't had any chance to play the game, basically. I'm still exactly where I was a couple of weeks ago when I said I haven't really touched it yet. So hopefully there's not many spoilers. I'm sure it'll be fine. So, yes, I haven't heard this song before. I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be a complete by reaction into it. So what we'll do is react to probably about a minute or so of it. We'll react to a bit of it. We'll stop. We'll talk about it, we'll go back over it, and then we'll carry on until we finish the song. But before we do that, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel as well. I'd really appreciate that. About 5% of people who watch these videos have subscribed, so I'd really appreciate that if you could subscribe and like the videos and enjoy the community, because it's very fun here. Anyway, but yes, so having said all of that, I think we'll just get straight into it, and we will react to the Dawntrail. We'll react to Smile from Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, I like that. Okay. Like a slower build to the song. It's quite nice though. It's really nice. Really pretty. Okay. Oh, a vocal. All right, we'll get to that. We'll get to that when we carry on. But I felt that was a good point to stop, because that was kind of like that section of the song. So the intro section again, a slow start. It's a minute of intro essentially, because I heard a breath, so I'm assuming we're going to hear some vocals in a second. But anyway, but nice kind of a very warm kind of vibe to the music so far. Let's get straight into it and listen to it. Let's go. It gives off a very relaxed feel. You've got this nice, lovely major chords, and it kind of just pushes in, and they just let them ring, and it's just very nice. And it's got that very kind of laid back sea breeze kind of feel to it, which I really, really like. And they've kind of got these plucking sounds from these string instruments, and I'm trying to think of what they all are. It could be a guitar, could be a harp, it could even be like a ukulele or something like that. These kind of really tight, high plucking, which is really nice. It just sits nicely over the top, and it does kind of give it that kind of more tribal kind of feel to it, which I know is kind of thematically where it's set. So to have it that kind of in a sort of forest or something like that, it works really nicely, I think. And yeah, it's just nice that again, that plucking there, the dung 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 dung. It feels very. It sounds like a Soken piece. It does, and it kind of reminds me of some of the kind of lo-fi-esque style songs that we kind of got in Shadowbringers and stuff like that. It's very, very nice. Why? You know what? You have that kind of the fast movement of the strings, and you've got the pressing of the chords all mixed together. It does kind of give me the feel of like a forest or something like that, because you've got that calm, but there's still lots of little activity going on. You've got like rain or little animals or anything like that, and it kind of feels like it represents that so far. All right, here we go. Not a star in the sky to guide me tonight. If we're lost in fear, deep in darkness round my cries. All this pain inside of me, don't know where it starts or when it'll end. Try to tame the agony as I close my eyes and scream to the wind. Look around and find standing alone. What? The storm is taking everything I know. Don't know why I thought I'd make it by myself. After all that we've been through, out of time I'm running blank and somebody help. Learned so much in life I couldn't understand. We're by your side. Standing tall, we'll face tomorrow hand in hand. What yours and yours and mine. We've been halfway through the war, but we're this our tale of tapestry. Never losing sight of everywhere that we go. Carry a bit. No, we won't. We're going to stop there because that's going to change. Well, that was very, very, very interesting indeed. Wow. So we kind of start off with this very kind of like high energy kind of solo vocal, and then that gets taken over, and it's a very interesting take on this because it's very, how can I say, Final Fantasy cross Encanto in a sense. It has that very musical Broadway feel to it. And look, I mean, you know, Disney and Pixar have that a lot of them, you know, that musical library to it, or Disney do, or Disney animations do, and it does really kind of put it back to that, and we'll talk about why when we go into it now. Here, not a star in the sky to guide me tonight. If we're lost in fear, deep in darkness round my cries. And what I get from this, and it's hard, unfortunately, with YouTube and all that, to with processing and whatever, to hear the words clearly, what's being said. I can kind of make out some of them, but the difference is between this vocal and any other vocals is that you can tell it's being performed. And what I mean by performed is not just sung, but I mean you can tell that there's intent and emotion, and it's being acted, and that's the difference. You can tell there's feel to the words, and there's intention, like characterized intention from the vocal, and that makes a big difference because that's what's given that definite musical theatre or musical game vibe to it. All this pain inside of me, don't know where it starts or when it'll end. Try to tame the agony as I close my eyes and scream to the wind. A nice mix as well, kind of breathy, and then when it kind of goes up a little bit, it kind of goes really nicely into a mix in the head voice. Really, really clean, really lovely. Look around and find standing alone. And we have the pulses of the strings, and then you've got this kind of back and forth between the lead vocal and this kind of chorus of singers as well. That's very musical. That's very Broadway. The storm is taking everything I know. Don't know why I thought I'd make it by myself. After all that we've been through, out of time I'm running blank and somebody help. Learn so much in life. And then this key change. Quite interesting that we get a key change already, because it's quite early into the song, but it's cool. But we've got this kind of horn sound coming in now. It's really building, and you can tell it's going to kick into something quite big soon. But yeah, this early key change is, again, very, very marching Broadway musical theatre sort of thing. Also, I will not pause it for a bit after this, I promise. But again, major key is very, very positive. It's very kind of chest out and proud, which again really contributes to that Broadway sort of style. I like these horns as well, soaring in the back. Big bell, lovely. Okay, here we go. That was great. Come on, yes. Okay. Go a little bit further and see where this goes. Actually, I will stop there because I want to go over that past little bit. So let's go back to here and let's break that a little bit down. Oh, that's a bit. Start again. This is the whole cast is in, singing all in unison. It's kind of pushed. It's very grand and it's very, very proud. And this is the Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. It's come to Broadway. This is pure musical. And look, for me, I love it. I know it's not everyone's thing, but it is for me. And I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's such a big sound, and you can tell it again with that Broadway sound where they hold onto the notes, but they clip it at the end with some vibrato. That's again very show tuney sound, very big, very proud, very loud, very spectacle. That's what it is. That's what it is, and you can tell with the performance of that section in itself that there's a lot of energy being put into this. It's great. It's really cool. Right, let's go. Okay. Kind of back to where the start. That lovely flickering and fluttering of the strings, really nice.
At the crossroads, standing here, not a star in the sky to guide me tonight.
Another verse.
Lost in fear, deep in darkness, drown my cries. All this pain inside of me, don't know where it starts or when it'll end. Try to tame the agony as I close my eyes and scream to the wind. Look around and find.
All right, we're building straight back into it. Nice. This is so cool. It's so cool. I love that pulse, man. Okay, let's talk a little bit. I'm not going to go back because we've kind of heard that section before. But I like how theatrical it is, right? You've kind of got this solo vocal, and the vocal, I was trying to listen to the words, and it's like, I don't know when this pain inside of me will end or something like that. It's very introspective, which is, again, very musical. Like, if you're singing on your own, sometimes you'll be singing your inner dialogue. And then when it kind of builds in, you've got this pulse underneath with the strings. It kind of pushes out. You can imagine just when that moment happens, and the strings start to pulse across. You can imagine the lights coming up onto the stage and everything, and the cast comes out, and everything starts to kind of build, and it just has that very, very theatrical feel. And these horns are so cool as well. There we go, come on. Oh, we've got this beat now, this is nice. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Everyone's clapping. Amazing! Come on!
Seize the day and hold on tight. The sun is rising.
Let's just go to the end. There's no point pausing it now.
Take it slow.
Oh, the bass. Hello. Oh.
So high on the down, we set our sights on the horizon. Fly before it's starry eyed. Oh, yeah.
Wow. Well. I don't know where to go back to. I think I'll go back to about here. Wow. I mean, if you couldn't tell, I really enjoyed that. That was everything that I like. It became just pure, and I know I've said it's very theatrical and musical theatre, but that was pure Broadway. That was pure Broadway. Just the way that the vocals overlapping and how every kind of the vocal sections had all the different parts and how they're all doing it at the same time in a round. The harmonies, the melodies, the flow of it, how it just kind of built out and built on top of each other. I said prior to this, not prior to this, but before in the video, it was very Final Fantasy Encanto. To be honest, I think it's more Final Fantasy Moana. In the way that the harmonies were. But I mean, with the vocal layering and things like that, he's a very, very positive kind of cheesy in a sense. But musical theatre is, you know, and it definitely has that feel to it. And I know, look, it's not for everyone. I understand that because it is quite, you know, in your face and bright and positive and happy and cheesy. I understand that it might not be for everyone, but I think it's fantastic. Look, if there's ever a Final Fantasy XIV musical, hit me up. I want to be in it. I'll play anyone. I'll play absolutely anyone. But anyway, let's get into the last little section again, and let's talk about it. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we get back into this pulsing and this section of the song, but there's a bit more of a beat to it now, so you can tell it's kind of elevated and changed a little bit. What to pay attention to is just the sheer amount, and I've said this before as well, the sheer amount of energy people are putting into it, and you can almost hear how much their mouths and the enunciation is of the music and how much they're enunciating the sound, because that's what you do when you're singing in Broadway, because you've got to have that space. Or musicals, I should say, because you've got to have that space in your sound and in that to support your voice, because you're doing 8 shows a week. But that's a different topic. Let's carry on. And there, yeah, switching the beat up, so nice. And this is, I love this. Now, I don't quite know what the lyrics is, but I think it's so fly and something. But that is so Disney. It's so Disney, and it's so nice. And man, if this wasn't attached, you could put this in the end of any sort of Disney animation, and this would be played a lot. I reckon it would be played as much as the Encanto stuff. You won't hear it that much because it's part of this game. But if it was part, well, you will, but you won't hear it at a kid's party, for example, because it's part of a game. But anyway. What I'm trying to say is, I think it's in terms of quality, it sits up with the Disney sort of songs. It's definitely up there with them, and I would love it to be exposed more because it's just fantastic. often when we have these, our parts. If we don't want to reference Disney, I'm sure a lot of you have heard musicals like Les Mis, Hamilton, you know, well, you know, has these swelling melodies all kind of blending into one beautiful kind of picture. And this is obviously very reminiscent of those shows. Kind of opens out nicely, back to the protagonist. And this beautiful bass line just comes in at the end. Oh, lovely. Lovely riff. I'm going to pause it there because the video will skip. I love that. That was fantastic. I could imagine this next time that, you know, they do a fan fest or something like that. They might, you know, one of their big fan fests, which is essentially if you don't know, which I'm sure you probably do, but you know, it's like the conventions that they do. Final Fantasy XIV does. I can imagine them staging this and doing this, and I will be there to watch and react to that live performance because I definitely want to see it. I want to see what they do and how they put it together because this was brilliant. I loved it. I really, really do. It's everything that I like in music. Really, He's so good, and I hope they kind of carry on this kind of theme within the further expansions and maybe further with the music. And I know they do very, very diverse types of music. Obviously, you can tell we've had, you know, lo-fi music, we've had hard rock, metal music, and now we've got musical theatre music within the scope of one game. It's pretty incredible, really, to the composers to create such wonderful, wonderful pieces of music. And look, there's many fantastic songs in Final Fantasy, as we know, as we've reacted to on this channel. But yeah, look, I'll stop rambling now. Let me know what you thought of Smile in the comment section below. Let me know what it was like the first time you heard it, when you were playing the game, or when you just heard it. Let me know what you thought. What was your reaction to it when you first heard the song? What you want to hear next? Let me know in the comment section below. From Final Fantasy XIV, from Final Fantasy, from anything. Let me know in the comment section below. If you made it all the way to this part of the video, thank you very much. I appreciate you very much, very much, more than anyone. I appreciate you the most. If you have not liked or subscribed, please do. I'd really appreciate that. But having said all of that, thank you all so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you very much. Goodbye.